Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy. Last time we unlocked the bedroom dome, which is our next dome that we are going to be visiting because we have a lot more galaxies to take on there. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. And as you can see, as the Sluma has pointed out, this is the bedroom dome. And you can actually look at the view of the Comet Observatory from that spot as well. I just wanted to kind of show that again. But now we have entered the bedroom, and it is very relaxing, very comfortable in here. Getting started, we have a couple of galaxies right off the bat that we can actually open. Looks like we have a couple more we can't quite unlock yet. The first one is Gusty Garden Galaxy. Looks like we have a few apples. Looks like a question mark. Just a nice little design, just kind of taking in the design of the galaxy. But I say we go ahead and get this thing rolling. Our first mission is going to be Bunnies in the Wind. As you can see, we have those floating apples up there in the distance, but it looks like this first mission is going to be involving some rabbit chasing. It looks like we've done that. We've obviously done that in the past, so this one will not be much different, other than we are in a different galaxy. With Floaty Fluff, you can shake the Wii Remote to fly higher. So this stuff is called Floaty Fluff. And basically what you want to do, go and collect these star bits here, is you want to activate the Floaty Fluff, and then that'll allow you to basically fly in the air. And it'll allow you to travel further distances, and you'll kind of see what that looks like once we do it here. And then of course, when you can shake the Wii Remote as you're floating on the Floaty Fluff, but you can only do it up to 3 times, and then the flower will lose all of its petals. As you can see, we've activated Floaty Fluff, and we shake it once, lose a little bit of petals. Shake it again, lose a little more petals, and we have one more shake, and we don't even need it. So as you can see, we had one more shake left over. But yes, after 3 shakes, you will actually fall. So if you're not close or have not made it far enough to the platform or the planet, unfortunately, it would be a death in that case. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to this one. And one thing I do want to point out in this galaxy, and I think this is one of the more popular galaxies of the game, simply because of not only the awesome little Floaty Fluff mechanic and the nice aesthetics of the galaxy, but the music. The music is one of the best, probably one of the best songs in any Mario game, I would think. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of point that out. I know a lot of people kind of bring that up when they, maybe other Let's Players that, I've done this game, but I think I definitely agree with that. There's a lot of good music in this game. It's kind of hard to choose. This is definitely one of the best songs in my opinion. As you can see, we have more piranha plants. We want to take them out as we move along here. And then we have some more vines to swing on. And these things I always think are kind of finicky. I think if you do it too soon, it doesn't quite... Mario doesn't quite swing, but it looks like we have some more undergrunts there coming out of those little burrows, those tunnels. We'll go ahead and ignore them for now, take care of the piranha plants, and we will swing on the vine here. And we have a much bigger piranha plant. We've seen these guys before. See if they can actually jump on them this time, so we have nothing to throw against them. Try that again here. But yeah, I have to say, I love I think I've kind of said this a lot throughout the Let's Play, but I love the design of most galaxies. This is another one I think is just kind of cool. Having that question mark planet that we will be able to explore here soon is really just a cool idea. The fact that they are able to take, such simple ideas like planets up in outer space and turn them into very creative designs. And like we've seen some from the Mario universe, like we've seen a lot of different cool designs, like the Yoshi egg already in Good Egg Galaxy. We've seen a lot of cool, creative, and innovative designs of some of the planets. So this one is going to be no different. But now we're going to take the launch star and we're going to move right along over here to this cube-shaped planet. And as you can see, we have a bunny, another bunny. Think you can catch me? Boyoing. All right, so this guy is once again going to go make us follow him and catch him. We're playing another game of tag with the bunnies. This time it is over the Gusty Garden. This is a nice little area as well. You can see there's a bunch of shrubbery and a bunch of grass. Looks like he fell into this little hole, so we just kind of want to follow this guy for now. I actually don't think you can even catch him this soon. I think he kind of makes you go through a certain path, and then once you get to this point, I think is when you're able to catch him. So just want to make sure you do a few long jumps, try to outrun him. And as you can see, he jumped right through that hedge. We were not able to do that for some reason. And he is ours. Okay, you got me. Here, take this power story, boink. Alright. So that is our first power star of the galaxy. Don't expect to catch me so easily next time. I don't know about that. We're Mario, so I think we can do anything. Alright, so heading right back into Gusty Garden, we are going to go ahead and take on our next power star, which is the dirty tricks of Major Burrows. Alright, so it looks like we have a planet with a big tree in the middle of it. So it looks like we're going to have to go over there, and that's actually going to be our next boss fight. We'll go ahead and return back to the garden, collect some more star bits, and take some more floaty fluff on out of here. And as you can see, there's a coin with a question mark on it. That's actually something that is kind of is actually required to take on a hidden area in this galaxy, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Let's see what this bunny has to say now. Those moles are digging up. Yeah, I didn't really read the rest of that, but basically just saying if you ground pound next to the moles when they're in the ground, you'll be able to cause them to come up to the surface, and then you can actually destroy them. And as you can see, I think I'm going to actually show off what it's like to die on the floaty fluff, because I did not time my spins enough, so there's a death. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try that again. So yeah, that's basically what happens if you do not time your spins when you're on the floaty fluff. If you do not spin, at a certain amount of time, or within a certain amount of time, you will not make that wind current to be able to keep floating. As you can see, this part is longer. Yeah, this part's a little bit longer, so see what this guy has to say. With floaty fluff, you can ride the wind. So yeah, so basically, you just want to make sure you spin enough times, and you can only spin up to 3 times, of course. Of course, there's that coin with the question mark. I think this one's actually the one that holds the path to the secret. There's actually a secret star, which I'll kind of talk about what those are kind of later on in the game. We finally, at last, made it to the planet. And I can see there is a mole right there. So if we ground pound, as you can see, we were able to stun him in the ground, and then we can take care of business. And I didn't mean to do that. I think you're supposed to actually spin into him. There we go. And that is how you take care of the undergrunts, or the moles, whichever you want to refer to them as. We'll go ahead and take this sling star, and that'll put us on the question mark planet. So this is one of my favorite designs of the planets. It's literally in the shape of a question mark, and simply for that reason is why it's one of my favorites. I just love the idea of having different shaped planets, especially the ones that I also love the ones, of course, that resemble like the Yoshi egg, and then we had the Pikmin ship in the previous galaxies. I love that they're able to kind of even reference other other games in the galaxies, and of course we had a Luigi's Mansion reference not too long ago, so very nice stuff as well. But now we're going to go ahead and take that launch star now that we've taken care of all the undergrunts on the planet, because that is what you're supposed to do to get this launch star to spawn. And we will continue onwards. It looks like we have another interesting looking planet with a big old vine around it. We're going to go ahead and right through that one, and we're going to land on the apple over here. So we have a group of apples over here, and this part is, again, one of my favorite parts of the game, because, as you can see, once we ground pound that stump, a worm pops out of the apple and into the next. Very nasty stuff if this was real life, but the fact that we are in Mario Galaxy, the design of that worm is very detailed, and it looks very awesome. It's kind of gross but cute at the same time. You'll be able to see the worm's face once he gets to the final apple. I just love the fact that you're able to climb this guy. Again, this game takes platforming, 3D platforming to a whole new level. We're now climbing. We're platforming over a worm that is eating, or it's digging through different apples. I mean, this is just amazing stuff. Very creative, and just, you know, because who would think to even have the idea of a worm, like you're platforming on a worm. I mean, come on, like what other game has done that? I can't think of any on top of my head. I'm sure there's some that I'm not thinking of, but regardless, it's cool in this game. But what we want to do is basically just ground pound all these stumps, and once we ground pound a certain one, the worm will pop his little cute head out. Look at him, he's kind of creepy, he's got little buck teeth. But we'll take that launch star and we're gonna get the heck out of there. And we'll go ahead and ground pound on this. That'll get us an extra life shroom. And it looks like it's running away from us. So we can grab it before it disappears. And excellent. Because we have a boss coming up. So we'll take this launch star. Actually, let me see what this has. Okay, a bunch of star bits. I thought there was some kind of secret that would hold. Again, we want to make sure we collect a lot of star bits. Those are important for later. And here we go. Over to the tree. Alright, so we have our next boss. And this is Major Burrows. So yes, this is the next boss of the game. This guy is very simple, just like with the undergrunts. You want to ground pound when he is very close to you, when he's underground. And then you just want to simply spin into him. As you can see, we've already hit him once. Just want to wait till he gets... and you also, and it's important to wait until his helmet is up above the ground. That's when you want to ground pound, and as he runs away, you want to spin into him. And I believe you just want to do it 3 times, and he will go down. And I don't know if anyone has ever noticed this before. I actually didn't notice it until just recently when I played through this game previously. But when this guy is, when you ground pound and get this guy up on the surface and he starts running away, I don't know why, but anyone that's seen Toy Story 3, I can't remember the guy's name, but it's like a big pink fluffy teddy bear character. His design and his fur kind of reminds me of that. I think his name's Lotso, I think, from Toy Story 3, the movie. I don't know why this guy just reminds me of him, you know, with the helmet on. He just looks very fluffy and cute. I know he's kind of big, menacing, and intimidating in this fight, but he's also just kind of fluffy and cool. So I don't know why that just came to my head. But now we get our next power star of the galaxy. We'll go ahead and take that. The bunny is now saved. We have saved the day once again. Nice little question mark in the backdrop behind us as we get our next power star. Alright, so we're going to blast off back into the Gusty Garden's Gravity Scramble for our 3rd power star of Gusty Garden. Alright, looks like our power star is encased in some crystal. We'll need to find a way to make our way over there. We'll turn back to the garden again. We can take care of this guy real fast. So this guy basically, I can't remember what his name is, but he will spit out a bunch of star bits if you're able to attack him. He's kind of hard to get to. I kind of got lucky that time. Actually, I don't think I've ever done that before, but yes, your reward is a bunch of star bits for killing that guy. But now moving on, let's see, there might be another one here. I don't think we're going to be able to get him, though. Won't be as lucky as the last time. Yeah, they are very hard to get. You pretty much have to ground pound right on top of them. It's very difficult because they move very fast. And as fast as Mario moves, he's not quite that fast. So you have to kind of get very creative there. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and take our fluffy, floaty fluff. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can make this jump right here. All right. Take care of the undergrunt there. Let's get our vine from this piranha plant. Go back over here, get some more star bits. Up on this guy, allowing us to move forward. And we'll take the launch star, and we are headed right for these rolling boulders. So this planet actually holds another secret star, or extra star, I guess I should say. It does involve, there's a gold chomp right there. We're not going to worry about that right now because, again, we're not going to take care of that yet, but we will be returning here to deal with that. But for now, we're just going to get to the end of this planet, and we're going to take this launch star over to the next location. And now we have some spinning platforms with some poles on the tops and bottoms of them. And as you can see, we're going to be collecting more star chips because that's going to reveal another launch star that we're going to need to get out of this area. So as you can see, we have some changing gravity on the tops and the bottoms of these platforms, just like we did back in, I believe it was Battle Rock Galaxy. We're going to be navigating some more gravity changes as we go from the top to the bottom. Obviously Mario will not fall off on the bottom, but you just want to be careful when you're on the end of these poles. And you want to make sure you collect all the star chips without falling to your death. You just have 3 more to find. I think they are on the top of this, or the top of these platforms. There's one obviously on the bottom of that pole, so we're going to go for that one next. And there's one on the top of there, so we just have 1 more to find somewhere. You can grab onto this pole. Collect this one. It's probably smarter to do this from the top to the bottom, because when he jumps from the bottom pole, to collect those star chips on the bottoms of those poles, he always falls to the bottom platform. So either way, it's going to get done one way or another. See if we can get this one, and then there's one more somewhere, and I don't know if it's in the sky or in the air somewhere. Let me see these coins. Take a look here. That's where we're going to be heading, but we still need 1 more star chip. I think I may have missed one on one of the bottom platforms. Let's take a look. Come down here. Trying to avoid these electrical balls, and we didn't do so there, so that was kind of an unpleasant thing. And I missed one right here on the bottom of this platform. I don't know how I did that. We'll collect that one. That'll get us our launch star. And let me see what happens if I screw this in and get on it. There we go. Oh, nice. More coins. Don't really need them, but we'll take a couple to replenish our health, and we will move right along. Very nice. I love doing the long jump when you're long jumping from the bottom to the top of the platform when the gravity's all still there or different. It's just really fun to do. But anyways, we're going to move right along and to the next area. It looks like we have a bunch of interesting looking platforms with exclamation points and question marks. Danger, watch your steps. So let's see what we have for us here. So as you can see, we have a bunch of moving platforms, and I almost died there by hitting my head. We have some more cannonballs being thrown at our head. A lot of interesting platforming we have to do here. Take care of this Goomba. Actually, we're going to switch that on, and that's nice. He hit me right as I was in the middle of a gravity change. This part's not too challenging. It can be kind of fun. I just love being able to hit the different gravity switches, and it like flings me to a different side of the galaxy. I don't know what it is about that, but it's just very awesome. Go ahead and take care of these guys so we don't run into any problems with them as we're switching gravity again, because I don't want to get like hit and then like fall. That would not be good. We have some more star bits up here to collect, and we will make our way down here. Hit this switch. Let me collect all these star bits first, and that'll put us over here. And we have a new angle of the cannonballs that are being flung at us. Try to avoid some possible death here because this is a little bit of a death trap. And this part can get kind of challenging. Luckily, I fell right into that coin and just replenished the health that I just had taken, even though I just took damage again. Yeah, this part can be kind of challenging. You just really want to time this. It's really all about timing when it comes to these cannonball platforms. Wow, that was close. But yeah, you just want to kind of narrowly avoid them. And you will open a power star in the crystal. And that is our 3rd power star of the galaxy. Alright, so we'll go ahead and return back to the bedroom dome. And I think that's actually going to be where we are going to end off here. So next time, we're going to take on the next galaxy of the bedroom. And as you can see, we've unlocked yet another one in the kitchen. So I think we're actually going to go ahead and take care of that one first in the next episode. So until then, I will see you guys later.